Let's get it. Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider Man. Good morning, Raider Nation. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. Salute. A lot to talk about today. We have someone else, another veteran presence here in the building, accompanying Marcus Peters. Looks as though we're not done with the DB room outside of MP, the Juice Man. We're going to talk about that here shortly, man. Let me know in the comments section, you guys. But before we do that, make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button, man. We are on our way to 20K, and we cannot do that without you guys. Salute once again, man. Make sure you wipe them feet and hit that subscribe button. Where are you guys watching from today? Work, home, the girlfriend, the wife, the side chick. Where are you watching the show this morning? City, state. Let me know what time it is, man. Nose ring, no booger, man. Nose ring, no booger, no, man. You already know what time it is, man. Salute. Yeah, man. I'm excited about today. We got some dogs visiting the headquarters in Henderson today before we report the training camp tomorrow. Excited about that, man. Football is here, you guys. You're going to see a smile on my face a lot moving forward because it is finally here. It feels like 2 years since we watched a down of Raiders football, but man, training camp is here, meaning that means that football is right around the corner. Big Mike is watching while dropping a podcast. If you know, you know. Now, see, I'm going to put Mount Shillmore's business in the street right now, right? In Mount Shillmore language, right? We have our own language, right? We know content, right? A podcast means that we're dropping a deuce, okay? Hammer is the creator of the term. We were in the hotel room. I woke up. I said, yo, where is Hammer at? He said, yo, bro, big bro, I'm in the bathroom dropping a podcast. So there you have it. Legendary shit from our brother Hammer's house and Big Mike. So for those who have no idea what he meant, Big Mike is actually taking his shit right now. Salute. Laker Nation, he is a veteran. He's been around for a while. Was drafted to Cincinnati, I believe. Played for the Rams, I think 3-4 seasons after that. I could have been even more than that. Then went to the Cleveland Browns for a season and then returned to the Rams last year. So there you have it. Veteran, 31 years old. Veteran presence. A veteran presence. You know what I'm saying? The two guys. We're bringing a 30-year-old and a 31-year-old, two DBs that can help add some experience to that DB room. And I'm here for it, man. And I know a lot of people saying, well, what does this mean with Marcus Peters? Doesn't mean anything. To be honest, we could sign both these guys. We could still use the DB help, you guys. We have David Long Jr. You know what I'm saying? We have a UDFA in Webb. We have a Meek Robertson, which I'm not even sure what this regime thinks of him at this point, right? You look at Troy Hill. This is a guy that's 5'11", played on the outside and played on the inside. So, he can add some competition to that nickel spot, right? Right now, I think Tyler Hall is, to me, is the clear-cut starter if they choose to have Nate Hobbs on the perimeter, starting on the perimeter, shall I say, because he'll move around a little bit. But Troy Hill can play on the outside and on the inside. You're adding versatility to this defense. And I love this, man. I would love for both these guys to be locked in that room, sign contracts, and ready to go for tomorrow when all the veterans report, because this can be a really, really, really nice addition. Two additions to our defense side of the ball. And let me see, man. Ian Rappaport was the first one on it this morning, you guys. He tweeted out that, let me read this tweet. The Raiders are working out veteran cornerback Troy Hill today, along with former Ravens corner Marcus Peters. Sources say the versatile Hill, who could play inside and outside, started 12 games for the Rams last season. LV is looking for back end help before camp. So there you have it. And also, shout out to my brother Raiders.Scout. If you're not following him, go to Instagram, follow him at Raiders.Scout. He put out some dope statistics to tie to Troy Hill. The Raiders are hosting Troy Hill for a visit along with Marcus Peters today. Hill, 31, 5'11", 185, recorded 67 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, INT, 7 pass breakups, and a forced fumble last year, while allowing 41 receptions for 460 yards, 2 TDs, and an 89.2 QBR on 61 targets. Over his career, Hill has allowed a career 91.7 QBR while posting 9 picks, 2 TDs, 39 pass breakups, 334 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. He's posted 1,478 career snaps in the slot with 2,146. That's 2,146 snaps as an outside corner. So there you have it, you guys. Some stats to tie to Troy Hill for those who are not in tuned with the veteran. You know what I'm saying? And like I said before, you guys, this veteran presence. These guys also played together, you know, with the Rams. So there's a connection there. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to see Troy Hill play for the Rams. He was drafted at Cincinnati in 2015, played for the Rams 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020 before going to Cleveland in 2021 and then returning to the Rams after 1 year in Ohio in 2022. So this is a guy that's played with Marcus Peters. It's actually kind of cool, man. You got 2 guys, 2 former Rams players in the building together, very familiar with each other's work, good friends. You love to see it. Hey, Docs, do you have any idea why the Raiders website has Parham at 285 down from 311 last year? Hopefully just a typo. I didn't hear anything about Parham slimming down, Rube. I don't. But I don't know. I'm going to look into that, Rube. I'm definitely going to look into that. I know that this O-line has definitely been getting in shape all offseason. I'll tell you that. If you see, you know, just look at the O-line as a whole. They're in a lot better shape this upcoming season than they were last year. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. Going down from 311 to 285. Let me do my homework on that, Rube. Let me do my homework. Okie says, who do we cut for Peter's roster spot? I don't know, man. I have no clue. You know, my guess, Okie, was it was going to be a Meek. You know what I mean? Because there's still some money on the table in terms of his contract at this point. But I don't know. I think that they're high on Webb. They're going to develop him. I think they like David Long Jr. a lot. Another former Ram that is familiar with Marcus Peters, you know, and Troy Hill. But I think it's a Meek. Me personally, I think it's a Meek. And I think Brandon Faison is a sure thing to make this roster. You know, his guaranteed money. You look at his contract, you're like, oh, he's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a Meek. I do. Yeah, Reese, he is okay. Nate Hobbs is okay. Took a softball to the face, pause if necessary, but, you know, it happens. The man hit a home run also. First at bat. Doom. You know what I mean? So, but he's okay. He is definitely okay. Nate Hobbs is a dog, man. Let me see. Salute to my brother Fitz in the building, man. I seen it yesterday. Few guys lost some weight on the O-line. This is facts. Shout out to my brother, man, Mr. Fitz. I'm not going to be in Denver, brother, but I will be back. I'm in Vegas for week 3 for the Pittsburgh game. So we got to link up, my brother. Oh, yeah, Caleb. I have Duke Shelley. I had him starting before, you know, the whole Marcus Peters stuff started to heat up. You know what I mean? So we shall see what we got going on with Duke. But I'm still high on Duke Shelley. I love the pickup of him, and I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he makes this roster. Let me see. Shout out to my brother, Jason Hunter, man, my dog. Jay, hey, brother, blessings to you and the family. Do you think that Buffalo may give us a call about JJ8 and then losing Nyheim Hines? Would Josh sign the tag then, and what will we get for him? I don't think that's going to happen. Buffalo doesn't have the money for it right now, Jay. They didn't have the money to go out and get, D-Hop. They wanted him. They wanted to add him to that wide receiver room, and they didn't have the bread for it. You know what I mean? So they don't have the money right now to go out and get JJ8. I don't see it at all. And, Nyheim Hines, that they went and got him from the Colts. I think they played him a lot in special teams, right? Didn't they have Nyheim running back kicks? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got some reps at the running back spot, but I don't think that he got too many reps last year running the ball. I could have swore they utilized him more as a special teams at kind of ace, a guy returning kicks. Salute to my brother Jason, but I don't think JJ goes anywhere, man. I've been saying this. I think that he will be out there week 1. He's not going to forfeit any money. There's too much money to be lost for that. I think he'll return come week 1. But I do know that they're going through something right now with the NFLPA. All the superstar running backs are coming together trying to figure it all out. Yeah, Raider Ryder, I don't see him giving up $10 million either. Oh, no. I heard about what happened, Hammer, but also I'm just speaking about what happened last season. You know what I'm saying? I swear they had him lined up. I don't watch too much of the Buffalo Bills. I'm a Raider through and through, but I do. I had him on my fantasy league a few weeks, and I was like, let me get rid of this dude. He ain't doing shit. And then I kind of tuned in, and I swear he was returning kicks for him. Let me see. AJ said Kuntz is getting bigger in all facets. Hey, yo. What do you mean by that? Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Raiders God, what's good, King? Mondo Reyes, what's good, my brother? But yeah, what do you guys think about this, man? Bringing in 2 veteran corners. Nose ring, y'all. No booger. Nose ring. No booger. Bringing in 2 veteran DBs today. I'm excited about this. And what's funny is, man, I totally forgot that Troy Hill was even out there. Like, that's a name that we have not spoke of really at all offseason. I totally forgot that this guy was a free agent. And, look, I don't want to be the no pun intended, but, Troy may be over the hill a little bit. 31 years old, started 12 games last year for the Rams, even though that defense struggled mightily last year. That Rams team as a whole struggled mightily last year. But if he came in, I think this is just a thing to add competition to camp. I don't think this is a situation where Troy Hill is going to be fighting for first-team reps. Yeah, he started a bunch of games last year. He kind of had to, in LA with the Rams. But I'm not acting as though this is a pickup that would actually change the dynamic, of our DB room in terms of starting caliber talent. I think that he'd be a fine rotational piece out there, that would add some veteran presence to this young DB room. Yeah, Trill, a good backup. Exactly. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Just a good backup. I wouldn't say he's a bum, Frank White, at all. I mean, look, he started 12 games for the Rams last year. I mean, that's not an easy task, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're playing against some pretty good receivers out there in the NFC West. You know what I'm saying? So give him a little more credit than that. Reese, they both aren't what they used to be at all, but 2 solid additions that can help these young guys. Salute to everybody here in the building. Bennett might surprise and take the slot. Okay, Ryder, I'm here for it if it does happen. I don't see that happening. I think if Jacorian does take one of those spots, it's going to be on the outside. But hey, I would love to see Jacorian still a starting spot regardless. You know what I mean? Because that's homegrown talent right there. And I love this speed element that he brings to the table. And, when you're facing this year, the Tyreek Hills of the world, we got Miami, right? We got the AFC West where there's a million receivers. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to need some speed out there on the perimeter. And I think that Jacorian may, if he balls out in training camp, he may be able to steal one of those spots. If Hobbs, right, and this is only if Hobbs is moved to the slot, because I don't think they're going to have Hobbs on the outside. And then if, we sign Marcus Peters, I think he's going to start. I think they're going to have him shadowing wide receiver twos on the perimeter. And then it looks as though, Jacorian Bennett might not be able to have one of those perimeter spots. But I don't know, Ryder. We shall see. We're going to start getting more news coming in, by the minute about these rooks and about these veterans and how we're looking here shortly this week. Stay tuned. Shout out to my brother Jose, man. What's good, Docs? I hope all is well with the family and kids. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, but couldn't miss this coffee and convo. Salute to my dog, Jose. Always a blessing to see you in the building, my brother. Salute to you as always, King. Get better. Prayers your way, my brother. Competition is great. It's a great thing, David. It always is. And I love what this regime is doing right now. There's competition at every position right now. Think about this, man. Think of the years past, you guys. We were so thin at several major positions. Right now, safety. There's a nice battle out there. We got Chris Smith, Trayvon Merrick, Palomau, Marcus Sepps. That is going to be a great competition to watch. Now you look at the corner room. This is just even more competition with Troy Hill potentially coming in with Marcus Peters. You look at the defensive tackle position, Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell, Byron Young, once he comes off the PUP list, is going to be a dog for us. Third rounder out of Alabama with Tillery and Bilal Nichols and all these other guys. We still got other veterans, John Jenkins and Adam Butler. There's that defensive tackle room is the competition is going to be crazy there as well. And the edge rushing spot. We already know Tyree's going to be there. We know that Max is going to be there. We know that Chandler's going to be there. But who's going to take that fourth spot? Is it going to be Malcolm Kuntz? Is it going to be Adam Plant? It's going to be Jordan Willis. There's competition everywhere. The wide receiver room, that is the deepest this wide receiver room has been in forever. There's competition all across this roster right now, you guys. I am excited, man. I'm excited. The only room that is fairly thin to me right now is the linebacker spot. And that's a little spooky. But if that, like I said before, if that defensive line can show up, we're going to be good. It's going to take a lot of pressure off the second level of our defense. Shout out to Perk Angle, one of the greatest names on YouTube, man. Can't wait for the high blood pressure this season. Keep up the great content. Salute to Perk Angle, my dog, on a $5 donation. This preseason is going to be huge. If we can get a glimpse of some of these young guys going to that Raiders, that Cowboys game with my sons, should be good. Pastor, I'll see you there, brother. Hit me ahead of time on IG. DM me. Let me know where you're going to be. We'll link up, brother. It'd be great to finally get a chance to meet my dog in person, man, because I will be there as well. Shout out to my boy Jose. You already know, man. If we sign Marcus Peters, does he take 24? He has to. I think David Long is a former teammate of his, too, in the Rams. He respects him a lot. They played together in the Super Bowl, with the Rams. I think that David Long Jr. is going to say, hey, man, this isn't even anything to think about. Take your number. And, Marcus Peters also being from Oakland, growing up idolizing Charles Woodson, I don't think there's any debate who deserves that number. Let's just keep it a buck. If anybody has that number, I think it should be retired. I know we don't retire jersey numbers, and I get it. But if anybody deserves to hold that number outside of Nate Hobbs, which is, 3'9", it's Marcus Peters. So, salute to my boy Jose, man. Good for competition until cuts around the NFL happen and the team changes even more. Love it. There you go, bro. There you go. And we know this, right? Year in and year out, you guys, someone else's trash becomes someone else's treasure, right? We see it year in and year out. What happened a few years ago, we picked up a corner off the streets from Arizona, right? Comes over, plays preseason for us. We end up moving on from him. And then he ends up going to Green Bay and having a career year out there at the corner position. Does anybody remember who this guy is? Does anybody remember who this guy is that I'm speaking of? A guy that was picked up off the streets from Arizona, played fairly well for us in preseason, thought he was going to make the roster, allowed him to walk. He goes to Green Bay and has a pretty much Pro Bowl, all-pro year. Not Keyshawn Nixon, Josiah. That is another guy, though, that we moved on from. And he went over there and became a special teams ace, and he's balling out there. It is Rasul Douglas. There we have it. There we have it, Primos. Rasul Douglas, guy that went out there and balled out. So I'm excited to sit around and see what what's going to be out there on the scrap heap, right? There's going to be a lot of talent out there. The other teams are going to move around, and we're going to move. There's going to be some shocking talent that we're going to allow to walk as well, you guys. Let's not act as though, we're any different than any other team. There's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some shockers. We're going to be like, holy shit, how did he not make the roster? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know what's going on with my nose ring today, man. That shit is tweaking. This shit got a mind of its own. AC, real shit. We got to get a lot of these scrimmages with the 49ers and Rams. I imagine the starters will be playing more in the scrimmage than preseason games. Salute to my dog, AC. Rick says, Peter should wear 24 because Beast Mode is his cousin, and I can see Peter's wear 27. I like that too. Yes, his cousin donned 24 as well in the last days in Oakland. I love it. Mondo, that can definitely be true. That can definitely be true. Former Ravens coach, you know what I mean? Coached out there with the Ravens. Rex likes those dogs, and Marcus definitely got it in him. So I can definitely see that. Shout out to my brother Old School on a $10 donation, man. Have our standards fallen so low that we are supposed to be excited about average DTs, LBs, and DBs competing against each other, only to end up with an average starter? Seriously, that's sad. Look, man. Bro, Old School, you are not going to steal my optimism from me. You're not, bro. I'm sorry. Love you, Old School. You know this. We argue a lot on here. Yeah, Rob Ryan. My apologies, you guys. Yes, you know what I meant. Not Rex Ryan, but Rob Ryan. You're not going to take this from me, man. At the end of the day, we see this year in and year out, a veteran go somewhere and ball out. A few years ago, Old School, there was plenty of people saying the same thing about Casey Hayward. He came in and had a hell of a year for us, right, at the DB spot. Yes, more times than not, these veterans come in and they are who we think they are, right? Just at the end of their career, didn't work out, blase blah. Look, I'm not talking about Troy Hill as a guy that's going to be a potential starter on this defense. I'm saying this is a potential addition that adds veteran leadership and a winning pedigree. Play for the Rams, those great Rams teams. You know what I mean? You can't teach that. You know what I mean? Like you have it in you or you don't. He's come from some pretty good teams, man. You know what I'm saying? And these young guys can learn a lot from Troy Hill. There's a reason this guy is 31 years old and still in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying he's an all-pro talent. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it'd be a good addition to this corner room with all the inexperience and youth that we have. How do we know that we have average DTs? We have 2 DTs right now that are coming off. They're going into their sophomore season with Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell. We still don't even know what we have with them. You know what I'm saying? Bilal Nichols was injured all year last year. You know what I mean? He was coming off of a really, really bad injury. You know what I mean? So he was kind of a shell of himself, and he's still really young right now, right? Tillery can get to the quarterback. We know he struggles against the run. We're not going to act as though this guy is like the best two-way DT, but there's some real competition out there right now, man. The linebacker position, I get it. If you want to have at it, Old School, I'm not going to act as though that room isn't a little spooky. Am I excited about the youth movement at the linebacker spot? Definitely. But I'm not going to act as though Robert Spillane and, the Darian Butlers of the world, the Luke Mastersons, the Amari Bernies are moving anything. Even Divine Diablo, even though I think he's going to have a phenomenal year this year, I'm not going to act as though these guys are moving the needle at all for me. So if you want to argue about the linebacker room, great. But I love what we're doing at the DB spot and the defensive tackle position. I love what we're doing with the defensive line, period. So it is what it is, man. Let me see. Somebody's shitting my boy Old School cereal again, man. Salute to my dog Raider, man. Salute Doc's number 15 ranked defense. Raiders. I like that, man. Look, I would do disgusting things for a top 15 defense, Raider, man. Real shit. Like real talk. For real. I would do just filthy shit to have a top 15 defense. Salute to my dog Raider, man. Let me see. That's tough, Frank. 13-4. That's a lot to ask for from this team, bro. Salute though. Love the optimism, brother, but I'm not that optimistic. Docs, thoughts on Troy Hill versus the bottom of our roster DBs? Camp body. And to be honest with you, man, this could be a camp type situation. I'm not going to act as though, like I said, Troy Hill is not a guy that's going to come in and move the needle just off the rip. You know what I'm saying? But he's a veteran to add to this young DB room. He could be he could be a camp body, right? What if Webb doesn't develop? I know that they really believe in Webb. What if Sam Webb doesn't develop? He may be put on the practice squad or be on the way out, right? Like I said before, Meeks, his spot is not promised. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know yet. I got to see what Hill looks like in this system. And, and that's what training camp is for, Beavers. I'm going to be watching closely all week long to see how these guys look out there in Graham's system. You know what I mean? But do I believe that Graham wants a few veteran guys to help these young guys out? Facts. This is easy. I mean, you got two 30-year-old DBs coming in the room together at the same time on the same day, former teammates. You know what I mean? I do believe that Patrick Graham is saying, I need some veteran guys. You know what I mean? Even if they're shells of themselves, right? We need some guys that know football. You know what I mean? And like I said, I don't know. I don't know what Troy Hill does in terms of, I'd rather have the young guys make this roster over Troy Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I want Sam Webb to beat out Troy Hill? Yes. Would I want Amik Robertson to beat out Troy Hill? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But would I want any of these other guys, these young guys, to beat out Troy Hill? Yes. But it's great to add a veteran out there for competition. So we shall see. Let me see. He said Troy Hill lost me when he squared up with Sterling Shepard looking like a mad female outside the club. I got to go back and look at that shit. I forgot about that, bro. Salute to the 400 plus people in the building, man. Make sure you wipe them feet, you guys, meaning hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. Shout out to everybody that's been buying the clothes lately. PlanetRaiders.com for everything Raiders, and hit the link is pinned up top. One of the best ways to support the channel. Become a member, man. I like that, Sin City. I like that. See, if me, right, if I'm going out there and I put three things out there that I'm keeping a close eye on, right? Yesterday, I uploaded a video where I basically said with Wasted, the three things I'm keeping an eye on. If I'm going to camp Sin City, right, and I'm talking about, rooks, veterans, everybody's out there together. I'm watching Jimmy G and Aiden O'Connell, right? I want to see what Aiden O'Connell looks like just in case Jimmy G goes down like he does a lot. I'm also watching the sophomore players. I'm watching Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell and Zeus very closely. I'm watching Britton Brown closely. I'm looking at Mumford on the offensive line. I'm looking at all the guys that this regime took in their first draft last season. And then I'm keeping a very, very, very close eye on our rookie class because they're going to play a pivotal role in the success that this team has. That's what I'm keeping an eye on. But in terms of veterans, I want to see what Marcus Peters looks like out there in that system, right? I want to see, if he signs today, I want to see what he looks like out there. I want to see what that running back room looks like without Josh Jacobs out there. What does it look like? What is Amir Abdullah getting more snaps? Are they going to bring 50-year-old Brandon Bolden into the fold and have him get more reps? I don't know. I want to see what that running back room looks like. And I'm also keeping a close eye on the tight end spot too. Let me see. Shout out to Max, man. Is it bold to say that if we can beat KC, we can beat anyone? Not bold at all. It's a Super Bowl champ right there. Not bold at all, Max. That's actually just 150,000% true. You beat KC, you can beat anybody. They're the world champs. Shout out to my dog, Max, on the $5 donation. I'll be interested in the linebacking group. Yeah, keeping a close eye on them as well, John. Got to keep a close eye on that, man, because that's one of the most nerve-wracking spots that we have on this roster right now. Van City, nothing yet. They are in Henderson. My apologies. Yeah, coffee was hot as hell. But him and Troy Hill are in Henderson today. So there's no word yet. No word yet. I haven't got any word or any clearance with Marcus Peters up to this point, but I'm definitely keeping a close eye, looking at my phone, looking at Twitter and all that good stuff. But they are both in Henderson today, Marcus Peters and veteran corner Troy Hill. And for those who are just joining right now, you guys, Ian Rappaport did tweet out today that we are working out former Rams corner Troy Hill, versatile, started 12 games for the Rams last season, can play outside and inside. Scout put out some stats out there. 31 years old, 5'11", 185, recorded 67 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, a pick last year, 7 pass breakups, and a forced fumble while allowing 41 receptions for 460 yards, 2 TDs, and an 89.2 QBR on 61 targets. Over his career, Hill has allowed a career 91.7 QBR while posting 9 picks, 2 TDs, 39 pass breakups, 334 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. He's also posted 1,478 career snaps in the slot with 2,146 snaps as an outside corner. Let me see. John, this is a guy, man, that we're bringing in. We definitely do have a lot of shorter corners. I'll tell you that. But this is a guy, man, that Graham values, right? A guy, like I said, that can kick inside and kick outside. Versatility. Yeah, he's on the smaller end, 5'11", but he can still play on the perimeter. He can play in the slot. You know what I mean? So, Graham loves to have those guys he can move around. You know what I mean? The more versatile you are, the more you're going to be on the field in Graham's system, in his scheme. You know what I'm saying? So they just want to bring in guys that bring that natural versatility. And like I said before, and like what Ian Rappaport put out there, the guy has played a lot of snaps in the slot and as an outside corner. Shout out to my dog, Joe, man. Shout out to you, Graphk. Keep on grinding and building the brand. You are on the way, my man. I salute you, my brother. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me, King. For real, for real. Thank you so much. Callie, I see us having a top 10 O-line. I see us having a top 10 O-line. Period. I think our O-line was rated 11 or 12 last year. We're only going to get better. We brought the whole gang back, added some extra, some extras to it. Moody's going to be out there. I don't know if Moody's going to start at right guard or whatnot, but I love the addition with him, coming back. I love the McClendon Curtis UDFA pickup, out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. I love it. I think that this offensive line is going to be better than last year because they have another year under Carmen Brasillo. So I think we have a top 10 O-line. Shout out to my dog Junior, man. We'll know that this team is legit once they beat the Chiefs at home, since they've never beat. Hey, man, I'm not even going to talk about beating the Chiefs at this point, Junior. I would love it, brother. I definitely would love to go out there and dog walk the Chiefs in Las Vegas, right? I would love it, especially with, now the Chiefs fans getting special deals flying from Kansas City to Las Vegas. That's just such a spit in the face to us as fans. It sucks. But I would love to beat them this year, right? I'm not worried about the Chiefs. And I'm being honest as hell, you guys. I don't think we're ready for that yet. Let's just focus on going out there and putting together a good product, right? Let's just focus on going out there and not getting blown out by the Chiefs. Let's just focus on going out there, if you do have a 17-0 lead, to be able to maintain that shit and beat these guys. At the end of the day, man, I'm focused on getting better. I'm focused on improvement. I'm focused on watching these young guys develop, and hopefully we can steal some games from some great teams. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we could steal one from the Kansas City Chiefs. Would I love that? Hell yeah, bro. And I would talk shit all year long because of it. But at the end of the day, I'm focused on development. I'm focused on improvement. I'm focused on watching this team be able to close out games. I'm focused on this defense being able to finally have some playmakers and create some turnovers. You know what I mean? I'm focused on this D-line being able to get to the quarterback more often. If we can beat the Chiefs while we're at it, great. Shout out to my dog, Junior, man. Let me see. I'm missing supers. Shout out to my family in the building. I see Elite Med is in the building. Shout out to my brother, Rick Glenn. How critical is it that our corners can come up and stop the run? That seemed to hurt us last year. Thoughts? It is critical. You know what I mean? You want to have corners You know what I mean? That can be able to come up and play the run game. Nate Hobbs is one of our best tacklers on this team, Glenn, right? He is. But once again, as someone said here earlier, you know, I forgot who, I think it was John that said it. Smaller corners, man. Smaller corners. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't think you want too many of these small guys to come up there and try to take down the likes of, you know, these big body running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, some of these guys may get put to sleep. You know what I mean? I don't know yet. Rick, I'm looking at this DB room. I don't know what is what. I know that Nate Hobbs is one of our best tacklers on this team. Like, to me, it's like Max Crosby and Nate Hobbs, like, all right, like this 1A, 1B in terms of like the best tacklers on this roster. Nate Hobbs got that dog in him. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I want to watch Duke Shelley closely. Still, you know, a smaller body corner. Watching David Long. I gotta see what these guys look like out there training camp. But we definitely got to be able to play the run. These corners definitely have to be able to play the run. Shout out to my dog Nick, man. Sorry, off-topic question. If I wanted to get something signed by the baddest white safety of all time, where do I send it to? Also, where does Jacobs fall in the top 100? At this point, you got to have Jacobs as at least the top 20 player, right? He was the best running back in the league last year. So I'm going to have Josh Jacobs as a top 20, top 25 player in the NFL. I know there's a lot of quarterbacks that you look at, a lot of wide receivers. I'm going to have, if anything, there's no way that Jacobs should fall out of the top 30. He was the best running back in the game last year. And DM me on Instagram at Graphk916. I'll make sure to relay any message to Stu to see what I can get for you in terms of something getting signed, my brother. I got you. Also, you may be able to just hit me up. I can connect you with Stu, and Stu can just send you off a signed card. He has a bunch of them at the house. Salute to my dog, Daniel Kim, man. You already know. Shout out to my dog, man. Salute to my boy. Always been a supporter of the channel. Salute to my guy, man. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, hit the link up top. One of the best ways to support the channel. Yeah, man, DeMarcus, if you guys haven't got a chance to yet, go to Raider Cody's channel. He just dropped, this is my blackout brother, man. He just dropped a phenomenal interview yesterday with Nate Hobbs. It killed me to not be there for this shit, man. I swear to God, I had some questions that I wanted to ask Hobbs, but we're going to have him back on the show soon, so I'm not too worried about it. But, man, I was like, no, I want to be out there for this. But Cody held it down dolo, and it was a phenomenal interview. If you guys get a chance to go to Raider Cody's channel on YouTube and go check it out. Phenomenal interview. Let me see. Shout out to Rundown. I appreciate you, brother. You know what, though? Real quick, I'll read this. Real inspirational channel, G. Makes me drive even harder to get to that level. I salute you, brother. Thank you so much. I want to say this because I think who just said it? Who just said it? It's my brother Rick that said it, right? I want to go back and I want to watch some tape of all these guys last year. I want to see how they played the run. I want to see how David Long Jr. played the run. I want to see, I know Marcus Peters had a down year last year coming off that injury. I definitely want to go watch some tape and some film and see how he played the run. That was a great comment to put out there. You just gave me some homework to do, Rick. And I love it. This is the reason why I love these kind of shows, because it gives me, you guys, some of the shit that y'all say, for real, you guys give me ideas to do new shows. You guys give me homework and assignments to do when I'm not live. I salute you guys. Thank you so much. Rick, I got some homework. I'm definitely going to go look at all of our corners and see how these guys played the run last year and just completely around their whole career. We were a confused route away from splitting the Chiefs last year. We can get them this year. I think we improved across the board. This is facts. We definitely can. We almost got them out the way last year. We were up 17-0, Beavers, at one point. Jacobs is not going to Baltimore, Rich. I know. Shout out to my guy, Raider Rich. It's always love. He always comes on here with all the negativity, and then he just starts saying all kind of wild shit. They just picked up Melvin Gordon. They already have Gus. You know what I mean? They have Dobbins. They already have Lamar Jackson. Josh Jacobs is not going to Baltimore, man. content. Yeah, Cole. I think most of us think that, right? I think most of us think that. I would love for him to remain in the slot. I just think that Graham has plans for him on the perimeter. Perimeter plans, you can say. Shout out to Junior, man. That content. Let me see. Vic, I like that question, man. I like that question. Mr. Raider, we already have a studio, a podcast studio in Vegas. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's just say the one that you seen, him do last night with Nate Hobbs. We're lit. Shout out to Blue Wire Studios. Who do you think Jimmy G will have the best connection with this year? I mean, it's Devontae Adams, right? I mean, he's the best wide receiver in the game, but I think he's definitely going to be using that tight end position as a security blanket. You know what I mean? A lot more short, intermediate passes. I think Hooper's going to get a lot of reps, but I think Michael Mayer ends up being one of those guys. If I had to guess right now, two guys, if I had to put two names out there, I'm going Devontae Adams and I'm going Michael Mayer, even as a rookie. I'm going Mayer. Those are my two guys right there. Shout out to Sucker Free Raider. He said, Mitch just sent me from the Raiders report. Shout out to my brother Mitch, man. Shout out to my brother Mitch. I'm supposed to actually link up with him here in the next few days, man. Salute to my brother. Haul in the slot, man. Let me see. Shout out to Pineapple. Can't wait for the season. Salute. Raiders. Shout out to my brother Pineapple. Always supporting the channel. Raider Reese, I'm working on all the OakLosVegas stuff, bro. Trust me, I got a lot of stuff. And I want you guys to understand this too. My apologies. The hot sauce is still coming. It's still coming. We had a hiccup in terms of, getting them all together, but we're here. They will be on sale soon. Any given Sunday sauce, OakLosVegas, any given Sunday sauce. You go get that game day hot sauce from your boy. You already know what time it is. Let me see. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My eyes are all over the rookie DBs. Pastor, I'm excited about these guys. Definitely watching Chris Smith at the safety spot. Really keeping a close eye on Ja'Cory Bennett. Factory outlet, my brother. And there's a few UDFAs that I'm definitely keeping an eye on as well. We got a few young DBs, I believe, from Oregon State and UCLA. I'm keeping an eye on those guys as well. We can use as much help as we can at the DB spot because this is a passing league now, and you got to have as many corners on deck as possible. And yeah, man, we need as much help as we can get when you got Patrick Mahomes twice a season, Justin Herbert and Russell Wilson twice a season as well. Let me see. Let me see DeMarcus. He said Victor Fur is tweaking on Twitter with his Peters news, acting like a baby bag bitch. Look, I don't really care, man. Look, I've said this before, you guys. I know what time it is when it comes to the whole Marcus Peters stuff. I know what time it is when it comes to a lot of this news shit. I just let people just run with what they got. I don't really care. It don't affect me, bro. It don't affect me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really tripping. It is what it is, man. Shout out to Vic. Shout out to all those guys, all those beat writers and shit, man. Salute to them. Let me see. Yeah, man. I'm not answering that question for Raider Rich, man. I'm not doing it, man. I like that, Alex. Not really hearing a lot of people say that. I definitely like that. Keeping an eye on Sam Webb. They liked that guy a lot last year. We shall see. Graphk, you have to talk about your expectations and the real about us making the playoffs. Now, I never said, Don, in that video that I thought we were going to make the playoffs. What I said was, in order to make the playoffs, our rookies need to play up to par, our sophomore guys need to develop, and Aiden O'Connell has to be ready behind Jimmy G if he goes down. That was it. I promise you, I wasn't saying we're making the playoffs. Would I love it? Yes. But I'm just saying, if you want to get it together and you want to have a potential run to the playoffs, those three things have to be ready to go. Aiden O'Connell has to be ready to go. You never know. Jimmy G, God forbid, goes down in week 11, week 12, and then he has to be ready. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at all these young guys, they have to be ready to go. This roster has been overhauled, and there's a lot of young fellas on this roster now. They have to be able to develop, and some of these guys have to get up to the speed of the NFL quick, fast, and in a hurry. The likes of Chris Smith and Jacorian Bennett and Byron Young. They have to, when their number is called, they have to be ready to go quick, fast, and in a hurry. Shout out to K, man. Papa Docs. Is Patrick Graham on a prove-it year this year? If he gets fired next year, who takes over? Or if he gets fired midseason, who comes in? Or did he buy himself another year? It just depends, bro. I think that he'll definitely be the guy on the way out if he doesn't get it done on the defensive side of the ball. I definitely think if we have another shit year, there's going to be somebody, because they brought pretty much back, they brought, back everybody pretty much. You know what I mean? But if he's gone in the middle of the season, it might be Rob Ryan. Okay. I think he's the only guy that you can really look at in terms of saying, you know what, take over the defense for the rest of the year until we figure this out. It's probably Rob Ryan. It'd probably be him. Antonio Pierce ain't ready for that. He's a linebacker coach. I'm not putting Simmons out there at all to take over that defense. You know what I mean? So me personally, Graham is on a prove-it year. And if he's gone at this point, it probably would be Rob Ryan. Yeah, maybe the D-line coach as well, Rick. It could be, but I would go Rob Ryan. But let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's see what Graham got. Shout out to one of the greatest names in YouTube history, my dog Lumpy Shart, on the $10 donation. It's me, the one and the only lumpiest of Sharts, pumped on the hot sauce. Mark my words, we are going to the playoffs. F the donkeys. It's fight in sight, boys. Raiders! Salute to my dog, Lumpy, man. Appreciate you, brother. It's always good to see your name pop up. And one thing about my dog, Lumpy, is, when football always becomes closer, I've watched this. I know how a lot of my guys operate on YouTube. In the offseason, he'll be around here and there. But when the season starts coming back and the excitement starts going back to the roof, my dog, Lumpy, always pops back in to talk that shit. So salute to my dog, Lump, man. I appreciate your analysis, my brother. Salute. And yes, I'm with you on wanting them to make the playoffs, but lots has to happen. This is facts, my brother. Facts. Salute to my dog, Don Foley. Yeah, and this time, Rob Ryan won't have to worry about the owner calling defensive plays. All in the videos. Mr. Raider says, just an idea for a shirt. Jack in the Docks. Pause. Shout out to Mr. Raider, my dog. Are you going to be at the Chargers? Yes, Angel, I'll be out there. I believe we're doing a blackout party, taking over LA. So I will be out there. Salute to everybody here in the building, you guys. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. We are waiting on updates at this point, you guys, on Marcus Peters. We're waiting for updates on veteran corner Troy Hill. He is in the building today as well. Just waiting to see what is going to happen with the two veteran corners. But yeah, man, I love that we got two veteran guys coming in to help, monitor and help develop these young guys. Also, you guys, I know a lot of people are out there. I don't want to talk about this too much because it's going to end up turning into a whole Josh Jacobs show. But Tom Pelissero, a lot of other guys are putting out there something that we already know. Josh Jacobs, who hasn't signed his franchise tender, was spotted this morning boarding a flight leaving Las Vegas. And to be real with you, I don't find that at all. Josh is very, very petty, man. Very petty. But he won't be reporting for training camp Tuesday. He's told people close to him he does not plan on returning anytime soon. Leave it up to Josh to do the most pettiest shit in the world and book a flight the day before training camp to get the hell out of Las Vegas. Only Josh Jacobs would do some shit like this. Salute to you, King. Your pettiness is unmatched. You are hilarious, and I'm not mad at you, man. Shout out to Josh, bro. Shout out to my brother, Mitch in the building. You already know what time it is, man. Salute to my bro. If you guys aren't subscribed to my guy yet, man, make sure you guys go over to the Raiders Report by Chat Sports and hit that subscribe button for my guy, man. Salute to my brother Mitch, man. Need a shirt. You know what? I'm about to put a content shirt together. This is facts. I got to now. That content. I got it. Let me see. David, I'm gonna go with who you go with because I don't watch boxing. So whoever you got, bro, I got. I don't know shit about boxing, man. I stopped watching boxing when Mike Tyson was out of there. Brandon, I've already said if Troy Hill and Marcus Peters get signed, me personally, I'm assuming that Amik Robertson is probably on the way out. Danger Phil, man, have a great day, brother. Let me see. Yeah, man. It's petty. KG, it's petty. You wait for the day before training camp to hop on a flight to get out of Las Vegas. That's petty, man. That's petty. You know what? That was highly cerebral by Josh Jacobs. That was highly, he knew what he was doing with that. Tell his people, yo, book me a flight the day before training camp. I'm gonna send a message. He's already sending a message by not showing up to training camp, but he's also sending a clear-cut message of I'm not gonna be here and I'm leaving the day before, and I'm gonna make sure that this shit makes the news. Very calculated, Trill. That was the exact word I was looking for, brother. Shout out to my boy Don, man. Graphk, I'm proud of you, my brother. You do what you love and to make it look easy. That's passion and hard work being a real pro. I salute you, my brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to my dog for the kind words, man. You guys are great today, man. You guys are definitely hyping me up for the rest of my day, man. Salute to my people in the building. That's a good question, Mitch. That's a good question. Everybody in the comment section, give us your answer. We're gonna do something with Mitch. Give us a one in the chat. Who are the corners that make the roster if both these guys make this team? If Peters and Troy Hill sign, which corners make the roster? And think about this, though. If those two guys do sign, Mitch, there's only one guy that I'm sure is going to make the roster, and that is Marcus Peters. It's still not a surefire thing that Troy Hill will make the roster. He's 31 years old. Yeah, he started 12 games for the Rams last year. Yes, Graham is going to value that versatility, being able to play outside, play inside, but I still don't think it's a for sure thing that he would make the roster. I'd have to see what that contract entails, and I'm assuming it wouldn't be anything. You know what I'm saying? Really, realistically. But I'm looking at it like this. I know a lot of people think that David Long Jr. is kind of on the outside looking in. I think that they like David Long Jr. I think he's going to make this roster. I do. Hobbs is definitely going to be there. We'll just say Peters is going to be there. We're going to say Duke Shelley's going to be there, right? That's four guys. I think Amik is the odd man out. I think he's gone. Tyler Hall is the fifth. I think he's our starting slot guy if they decide on keeping Hobbs on the perimeter. And then, Brandon Faison, right? Brandon Faison. That's a guy that I think is going to make this roster, big body guy. And then we still have to keep an eye on Sam Webb. I still don't know what they plan on doing with him, if they're going to, put him on a practice squad and kind of protect him a little bit, because I know they still want to develop him and they like him a lot. That's what I'm hearing. They really like Webb a lot. So we shall see. Oh, shit, Jacorian Bennett. Damn, you know what? Shit. You know what? I'd probably take, damn. I'd have to go with this right here, Christian. I'd have to go with that. Nate Hobbs, Jacorian Bennett, Marcus Peters, Duke Shelley, Tyler Hall, Brandon Faison. I'd probably stick with that. I'd stick with that. With Webb being, them putting him back on the practice squad and being patient with him. Totally forgot about my dog, Jacorian Bennett. Let me see. But I like the potential addition of Troy Hill. I've said this before. Veteran leadership. A lot of young guys on this team. Let me see. I forgot what we had, man. We did a show not too long ago where we basically, you know, we hit every position and who we thought was going to make the right. I got to go back and revisit that, man. Because Troy Hill definitely does add a, you know, kind of a wrench into the situation. Edgar, to me, I don't know if it's a for sure thing that he'll make the roster. This can still be a camp body type situation. He's 31 years old. You know what I mean? I don't really know if, you know, Graham wants two 30+ corners on the roster come week 1. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll talk. We'll revisit this in like another week or two. Let me see. Peters, Hobbs, Hall facing. Raph, what about Polamalu? Yeah, I'm excited about him. I'm excited about him. This guy is going to be that kind of box safety. You know what I mean? I've said this a million times, and I you know, at this point, we're kind of regurgitating everything that we've talked about in the offseason, but they're going to play him very close to the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? I think that this guy is going to be after the quarterback a lot for us this year. You know what I mean? Play that box type situation. You know what I mean? He put on some muscle. You know what I mean? You love to see it. And Polamalu, man, his film, I know the last year at USC was a down year for him, but if you go back and watch his tape early on with him at USC, this dude was like a surefire, like, you know what I mean? Like draftee. He should have been drafted. He's coming off a down year with USC. That's why he was the, you know, an undrafted guy. But if you go back and watch the tape of him early on, Polamalu, man, he was a dog at USC. Dog. So I'm excited about him, man. I'm really excited about watching Polamalu develop into something for us. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Y'all wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button, man. Docs, Kuntz is now 6'4". Thoughts? Adam Plant in trouble? I mean, look, this is Kuntz's spot to lose, Beavers, right? This is his spot to lose. He's been on this team now going into his 3rd year. You know what I'm saying? So is Adam Plant in trouble? Hell nah. You know what I mean? He's a UDFA at this point. He's the one that has to earn a roster spot. You know, Malcolm Kuntz is a former 3rd-round pick that we took out of Buffalo. You know, if anybody's in trouble, it's Malcolm Kuntz. You know, with Adam Plant getting that love early on, getting that kind of rub from Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, shit, Kuntz is the one that's going to have to worry about this shit. I don't think if Adam Plant makes this team, let's just keep it a buck, you guys. We're going to be like, wow, young UDFA, UNLV local guy made this team. That's dope. You know what I mean? If he doesn't, we're going to be like, oh, well, UDFA. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, put him on a practice squad if possible, if no one else goes out there and steals him from us, and try and develop him a little bit. But that's Malcolm Kuntz's spot to lose. I don't think Adam Plant is in trouble. If anything, Malcolm Kuntz is the one in trouble because Adam Plant has nothing to lose at this point. Malcolm Kuntz does. Let me see. William, I agree with you. Zeus definitely needs to take advantage of this opportunity and run with it. Facts. 6'4" now. He didn't even seem like he was 6'4" when me and my boys met him last year. He didn't seem that tall. Yeah, there you go. Plant is a UDFA, so Kuntz needs to pick it up. Facts. And Kuntz needs to find a way to get back on the field and not just on some special team shit. He needs to find a way to get out there and get some pass rushing reps. You know what I mean? He needs to get out there and you know, improve his run stopping ability in order to be able to see the field. Let me see. How does our defense look compared to last year with Peters? I think our defense, even without Peters, is better. Julio, I think it's a lot better with Peters. And I'm not saying like a top 10, top 12, maybe not even a top 15 defense, but I'm just saying it's very much improved with Peters, but even without him is better. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these guys are coming into this is the 2nd year in Graham's system, right? So, you know, that what is the word? Continuity, right? Seeing them come out another year, be able to be a little more comfortable in the system, understand the language, understand what, you know, is entailed and what they're asking, what Graham is asking for, I think the defense as a whole is going to get better. It's the same thing like with the offensive line. You know what I mean? They had a really good year last year. They're only going to get better in year 2 with Carmen Brasillo. I don't see them taking a step back. This defense really can't get any worse than what they were last year. And then you add, guys like Chris Smith, Jacorian Bennett, you know what I mean? And the Duke Shelleys of the world. And you kind of revamp that, I can't say revamp the linebacker room, but you add a few additions to it with Robert Spillane and Amari Burney. You know what I mean? Then you get a healthy Divine Diablo back. I think that this defense is going to be better. Is that saying a lot? No, it's not, because anything's better than what it was last year. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they kept us in some games. Yeah, they had a few splash plays here and there, but at some point, come on, man. Come on, man. Louis said, "What up, Graph? Victor, what the hell is going on Twitter, man? What y'all going? What's going on Twitter, man? Not seeing anything. What's going on, man? Victor, what's going on, my guy? What we doing?" Shout out to everybody that came to my defense yesterday on Twitter, even though, look, like I said before, I'm not really worried about claiming news and all that, even though, like I said, I know what's up. Give me my flowers. It is what it is. But, I seen a lot of people, it was another beat writer, I don't know who it was, basically said, I think Victor Fur was first on the news, with the Marcus Peters, salute to him. And then everybody went in there and started cooking Vic like, no, that was Graphk Raider. He spoke about that months ago, so on and so forth. They were low-key cooking them, and Vic kind of just left like a gift, like a kind of gift, like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no big deal, man. Wasn't no big deal. I don't expect to get credit from these guys, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we making noise. We making noise. There's a reason now why all these guys have YouTube channels and they're getting more active and they're doing live shows and they're doing all that shit now. You know what I mean? There's a reason why all these beat writers now are doing what we're doing. But guess what happened, you guys? Guess what happened with you beat writers? Me and my boys seen what you were doing, started getting YouTube channels, going live and doing shit like that, right? So what did we do? We said, okay, we're going to start planetraiders.com and start writing articles like you guys. Real information from real Raider fans. Corner of the market. Y'all want to play them type of games? Say less. We can be very petty too. So there you have it. I want to say this. Thank you guys for giving us the extra incentive to go create a new website like Planet Raiders where we can just write articles from a real perspective from real Raider fans. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, I love it. I love it. If Kuntz is 6'4" now, then his best move, which is the long arm, is going to be improved due to the leverage. Might be his year. Let's see. Hope we can stash Adam Plant if so. Definitely, man. And for those Beavers who have watched me, man, for the past, I was very, very high. And I'm always going to say this. I'm always going to claim the Malcolm Kuntz because that was the guy. I was the only one who knew who the fuck the dude was. You know what I'm saying? Out of Buffalo. Like, I took him in every one of my mock drafts. Was very high on him. I didn't have us taking him in the third round at all, though. I had us taking him 5th, 6th round potentially out of Buffalo. When we took him in the third, I said, holy shit. Like, these guys must really believe in him. You know what I'm saying? But, hasn't really lived up to the hype. Been dealing with different D coordinators and shit like that. But I hope that he takes the next step this year. I would love to see Malcolm Kuntz be that guy, man. Definitely. And if you could stash Adam Plant, right? In a perfect world, Malcolm Kuntz takes the next step in his development. You can stash Adam Plant for a year on a practice squad, build him up a little bit, and then boom. You know what I mean? I would love it. I would love it. And I agree with you, Edgar. Just put Kuntz on the field a little bit more. But, he has to earn those reps. He has to earn those reps. And apparently he hasn't shown this new regime enough for them to trust to put him out there to get the job done yet. You know what I mean? Outside of kind of being relegated to special teams. Let me see. Oh, shit. Waste is in the building. Salute to my big bro. Big Mike, man, still in the building. Salute to my dog. Waste is at work right now, Vic. He would not be able to, but he's doing a live later on tonight. So make sure you guys stay in tune with my brother, man. Shout out to my brother Midnight Raider King on the donation. I think everyone needs to chill on Jimmy G injury proneness because all his injuries were basically from the Niners, right? Our O-line as a whole is better than the Niners, and Jimmy will be even better than what he was in San Francisco. Now, this is the thing, right? Midnight, I'm with you. Yes, the durability issues mainly stem. He dealt with some issues in New England though, too. Though, like let's not act as though he didn't. There wasn't a time in New England where he got hurt. But the problem is the injury that he's coming off of, right? That's the little thing that's spooky to me. That's why I keep bringing the durability issues up because he's coming back, from what was it, a broken foot? You know what I'm saying? Like that's scary. And watching these, watching what's going on and seeing a few doctors speak about his situation, that he's fully healed now and he should be ready to go. I'm excited about that. And I'm very optimistic about that. But I also need to have some type of reservations because it's spooky to know that, your starting quarterback is coming off of, that kind of injury. That surgery, not being able to pass his physical months back and now being able to. It's still a little scary, man. Like I was scared shit for Derek Carr in 2017 coming off that injury in 2016. I was like, oh my God, man. Like this dude just literally broke his shit at the end of the season. Is he going to be ready to go? You know what I'm saying? And then we never seen that version of Derek Carr again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping that we get the version of Jimmy G that we're hoping for. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is, right? But salute to my dog Midnight, man. I definitely agree with you, brother. Those injuries, and when we talked about this shit, me and Wasted yesterday on the live, that these quarterbacks in Santa Clara, man, they just get injured back to back to back. It's like it's like a Shanahan thing. It's a Shanahan thing. I don't know what's going on, but those guys back to back to back just get hurt year in and year out. Hopefully, Josh McDaniels knows how to protect this guy the way I think he's going to, and I think he will. I would be fucking ecstatic if we get a full season of Jimmy G. Real talk. Salute to my dog Midnight, man. Appreciate you on the dub piece, my brother. No, man, I agree. Wait till he steps on the field. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Appreciate you guys. Once again, y'all, we do have two veterans coming in the building today. They are in Henderson, Nevada right now at the headquarters. Troy Hill, former Ram corner, slot corner, outside corner, 31 years old veteran, will be in the building today with his former teammate, Marcus Peters as well, 30-year-old corner, coming off of a down year in Baltimore after, really trying to bounce back from a real severe injury. But two veteran guys in Henderson today. And you love to see these guys still trying to add some experience to that youthful DB room. Let me see. I seen that, Q. That shit was funny as hell, man. Kid said to Cam Newton, he said, "We got the same amount of rings." And Cam said, "But we ain't got the same amount of bank account though, brother." I was like, okay, Cam, I like that. And you was quick on your feet too. And I'm not going to do the gesture that he actually did while he said it to the kid, but let's just say he low key was shaking some dice. We'll just say that, man. Cam was shaking some dice. You know what I mean? As he told that young fella that he has more money in his bank account. And I found that to be hilarious. It was really, really, really funny. Shout out to Vega, man. Smith from GA is going to be that player for us. I agree. Chris Smith is going to be a dog for this defense, man. Salute to my boy David Zahn, man. I appreciate you on the 100-piece special, bro. Salute to my dog, man. Speak it into existence. I'll take a full year of porn star Jimmy. There you go, my brother. Salute, man. Man, look at my brother Mitch is in there. Bang! I'm going to steal that from my brother's show real quick. Bang! I ain't got no alcohol to drink right now, David, but I will definitely knock this coffee back for you, King. Salute for the $100 donation. My brother, man. My brother. And I agree with you. Speaking it to existence, I'll take a full year of porn star Jimmy. Salute to my dog. I believe this defense today, if Wilson plays inside and outside, is a top 20 defense. I like that, Calvin. I like that. And you'll see him all over the place. You'll definitely see him all over the place. He said, laughing my ass off. Enjoy the coffee. Too early for the liquor for me right now, bro. But maybe we'll do a show later on tonight. We'll get a little toasted, man. You know what I'm saying? But salute to my dog, man. Appreciate you, Zon. Real talk, brother. That means a lot to me, King. Thank you so much for the support. Let me see. Calvin, I'm hoping. I don't really know what to expect out of Robert Spillane. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm expecting a lot out of Divine Diablo. You know what I'm saying? So I'll agree with you in the sense of Diablo Skyward. You know what I mean? But I would take both of those guys. If you can, that'd be phenomenal, right? It'd be phenomenal to see both these guys go out there and ball out this year. But I'm just I'm reserving, my judgment for Robert Spillane until I see what he looks like out there. LV, I told you, bro. I told you that Woodson whiskey and that ginger beer is the shit, bro. I told you, LV. Shout out to my big bro, LV. That's what we're sipping, brother, when we get out there to Vegas in a few weeks. We're on that Woodson whiskey and that ginger beer. I need to hit up my brother Jay and see if we can get a couple bottles sent our way when we're out there. Definitely. And once again, man, shout out to my proud sponsor and my family, Woodson Whiskey. Go over to WoodsonWhiskey.com, grab you a few bottles from over there, and we got some exciting news that is on the horizon. Not gonna say nothing yet, but we have some exciting news, man. I'm gonna say it's this, man. Look on Instagram and watch Charles, man. Go look at Charles, man. He's in the gym a lot right now. He's working out, working on a comeback, and yeah, man. Got some exciting news coming, man. Stay tuned. Shout out to my boy Lumpy, man. You already know. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, hit the link. It's pinned up top. It's one of the best ways to support the channel. Shout out to my dog Lumpy Star. Like I said, my boy always returns right when football comes back around. I love it, man. Shout out to my guy Lump. Always supporting what we do over here at Mount Shillmore. Shout out to my brother, man, Jay Schilling, as always, as well. Shout out to the nation. Salute to my brother. Shout out to Jay. Let me see. Who's going to be out there for the Super Bowl this year? I know I'm going out there. Oh, no, Lump. I know, brother. Shout out to Pern, Graphk. Imagine Young and Wilson on the interior with Max and Chandler on the edges. That would be a cold little lineup right there, right? Hey, Tyree has all the measurables in the world to get it done on the interior of the defensive line as well. But I do believe that they're going to have him predominantly as an edge rusher. They're going to have Chandler a lot, lined up at outside linebacker, losing those, 15, 20 pounds this offseason. You know what I mean? But I think we're going to be a little creative. We're going to get a little creative. We're definitely going to see, some looks where you'll see Tyree on the inside. Mitch, why are you going to do that, bro? Why are you going to do that, man? Why are you going to do that, bro? Let's do this, okay? I do my annual OakLosVegas flag football game in Las Vegas, right, before every home game. I got to start putting it together this year in Las Vegas for the Pittsburgh weekend, right? Whenever you guys come out that weekend, right, Mitch, we're going to do this because I'm sick of this shit, bro. My brother keeps winning all these wing competitions and all this shit. I got to see Mitch take an L. So this is what we're going to do. Whatever week you come out there for the blackout party, you and my brother Chugs, it is me and Wasted versus you and Chugs, 2-on-2 basketball. Winner takes all, man. What's up? Is that what we're doing? I'm down for that. I am down. Me and Wasted Talent versus Chugs and Mitchell Renz. 2-on-2, man. 2-on-2, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Let me see. Oh, I'm shocked. Mitch said we're shirts. I was almost positive that you were going to say skins. But hey, I've been in that gym. What's up, bro? We got to line that up. We need to make a flyer for that and promote that thing, and we'll give all the money to charity. Let's do that. I would love that, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, all they're going to do, Mitch is going to sit on the outside. You know, he's going to be that 90s white boy shooter in the corner. And Chubbs is going to be that big body guy in the paint trying to. And it's not going to work. We're going to cook y'all. Shout out to my brother Mitch, man. Shout out to my brother Chubbs as well. I think that'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. We should put something together and, like I said, make some money, give it away to charity. I think that'd be dope. Let's talk about that. Shout out to my brother Midnight Raider King once again on the donation, man. Appreciate you on the $10, brother. I believe our D will be much improved because they will be motivated because our red zone O will be top 10. They go in hand. Just saying. Also, I need some of that W, that Woodson whiskey, bro. Go to woodsonwhiskey.com, my brother. Go to woodsonwhiskey.com. Go grab a couple bottles. Tell them I sent you, brother. Real talk. It really is some good liquor, bro. I'm telling you that right now. Go grab a couple bottles. And I agree with you. I think that red zone offense is going to be totally different this year. And definitely the defense will be a lot more improved because of it. Salute to Midnight, man. My dog. Let me see. Oh, yeah, bro. If you can find a third body, bro, I'll put Big Mike on Chugs, bro. You know what I mean? Like, look, Charles Barkley and Popeye Jones, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. We could do that too. What's up? Salute to Brandon, man. Salute Graphk. Keep doing what you do for the nation. Much appreciated. Lunchtime is over. Back to work. Have a blessed day, Oliver, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for the kind words, man. Let me ask you guys real quick. Mitch, we definitely got to rock, bro. Still almost 500 people in the building, right? Let's do this. I want to do this. We're going to, since my brother Mitch is in the chat, we're going to steal one of his moves right now, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you believe we're going to sign Marcus Peters and veteran corner Troy Hill. Put a 2 in the comment section if we only sign Marcus Peters. Put a 3 if we only sign Troy Hill and let Marcus Peters walk. A lot of 1s already. I love it. Wayne, appreciate you, brother. Kev got 1. Sucker Free Raider, 1. Jason Hunter, my brother, 1. David Zahn, my brother, 1. McLean, 1. Raider Jeff, 1. My brother Rick, 1. Silverado, 1. McBurger has a signing. Marcus Peters allowing Troy Hill to walk. Raider fan, the same thing. Okie, the same thing. Stan and Jeremy and Nico got a signing Marcus Peters and letting Troy Hill go. John, the same thing. A lot of 2s back to back. James Moore with a 1. LV, Sean, JS, 2. Casper has a signing Troy Hill and letting Marcus Peters walk. Wow. The nation would be in shambles if that happened, Casper. I can only imagine what the internet's going to look like that. Maul got us signing both Troy Hill and Marcus Peters. Dan and Jason Monroe got us signing Marcus Peters and letting Troy Hill go. I like that. Damn. Titus CPT got us signing Troy Hill and let Marcus Peters go too. Okay. And Mondo. Shocking. And Big Mike got 2. Us signing Marcus Peters and letting Troy Hill walk. Okay. I think for some strange reason, we signed both. But I'll go, it's either 1 or it's either 2. I'll just say that. It's either 1 or it's 2. Simple and plain. I don't think it's going to be 3. I don't think we sign Troy Hill and allow Marcus Peters to walk. But wouldn't that be crazy, y'all? Wouldn't that be crazy if they brought him in and said, look, we can get Troy Hill for this. Marcus, you going to take this or you not? That would be some shit. I'll be the third, Dax. Oh, yeah, Jose. Jose is 9'13". No cap at all. Look at the picture. Look at his default picture. That is me next to him at the tailgate at one of the games. He is 9'12", bro. Jose, you're definitely on Team Shieldmore, my brother. Salute to you, man. I'm going to start putting out a list here shortly, you guys, as well. Let me know who is going to be out there at the first home game against Pittsburgh. I'm going to put this year, it's going to be a little more, I'm going to do signups, okay? Flag football is free. It's free. Nobody has to pay for anything, but I want to put 2 solid teams together and have them be prepared. So when we go out there, we're not just picking teams the way we did last year. It was kind of all over the place, but it was phenomenal last year. Don't get me wrong. That was a fun ass flag football game. But this year I'm going to put up a sign up sheet. So whoever is in town for that Pittsburgh game, let me know. We're going to do our second annual OakLosVegas game. I'm going to have my blackout family out there. I'm going to reach out to my brother DJ Mike, have him out there with the tables, get some music going. It'll be really, really fun, man. So make sure you guys, if you're in the Las Vegas area, make sure you pull up to the second annual OakLosVegas Raiders. And this time, we're going to actually film the whole thing. Last year, shout out to my brother Murph and Swag. They shot the whole thing. They had the mics out there interviewing all the players. It was dope as shit, man. But this year, I want to have an actual video guy go out there and get the entire thing. And we'll upload the whole experience for those who cannot make it out. Shout out to Fly. He says, Josh McDaniels eats corn the long way. My dog. Yo, Mitch and them really put that out there in the universe, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro. Those shirts are fire, too. That shit is comedy gold, bro. Josh McDaniels eats corn the long way. Salute to Fly, man. Salute to my brother Mitch, man, for coming up with that funny ass shit. Shit's hilarious, man. Let me see. I'm with that, bro. Okay. This year, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. I'll go out there and I'll be a coach. I think Wasted will be a coach on one side. I'll be a coach on the other. Look, the way my back is set up, bro, I'm not going out there and destroying my shit, right? So I'll be a coach. Wasted will be a coach. We'll put our teams together. We'll go out there. You know what I'm saying? I know Hammer's going to be out there as well. So we'll have like 2 Shillmore coaches on each side. It could be like me and Hammer and Big Mike and Wasted or something. And then we'll do it like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know we're not playing. Last year, we damn near blew out everything. Like there's just no way. We're too old for that shit. Mitch, would love to have you out there, bro. You already know, brother. Oh, hey, yo, if I did say that, hey, yo. Big pause. Big pause. Definitely, John. Definitely bringing the boys out. Definitely. That would be dope. Do a draft? That'd be fire. That'd be fire. LV, definitely. I'm rocking with you guys, bro. Yes, Joe, I will be at the alumni party, the Raiders and Niners game, August 12th, August 13th. That weekend, I will be out there doing the alumni party, doing all the festivities, with all the, all the alumni coming into town, and I'll be there. I will be at the game. Me and the wife are flying out. It's our anniversary that weekend. So we're going to go out there and just have fun, catch the game, and do our thing. So we'll definitely be out there. Jose, Ayo. I'll be center, tight end, pause. Those two really don't go together, Jose. You know what I mean? A tight end and a center. Yeah, the pause worked, but the pause didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my brother Jose, man. Love you, bro. Shout out to Austin, man. My boy Austin O in the building, becoming a member, man. Salute to you, brother. If you guys want to actually help the channel out in another way, become a member. Hit the link. It's pinned up top. It's one of the best ways to support the channel. It definitely helps keep the lights on over here at OakLosVegas Raiders Network. Salute to all the members and all the non-members that are in the chat. Salute. Yeah, man. With that being said, you guys, hour and a half. I'm going to go take my sons to the outlets. I got to go get them some new shoes for school and finish up their birthday stuff. With that being said, we will be back tonight, you guys, to tackle all this stuff. We'll see where we are with Troy Hill. We'll see where we are with Marcus Peters. We will be back tonight to cover that. Make sure, so you guys make sure to tap in. I'll put the link up here shortly. I'll put it together probably later on tonight. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely be back to talk about Troy Hill potentially being a Raider and Marcus Peters potentially being a Raider. Salute to Joe on the way out. Hey, yo, you saw that man, Malcolm Coons, get a whole software update. That man went from 6'2", 245 to 6'4", 253. He took this offseason personal. Rick, I believe it's at the Caesars. I think it's at Caesar's Palace this year, bro. I believe it's at Caesars. I gotta ask Stu when it is. But yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for helping me put on this great show today. As I always say, love y'all. Appreciate you guys. On the way out, make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button. You already know what time it is, man. We're trying to get to 20K. We cannot do that without you guys. Also, OakLosVegas.com for the gear, PlanetRaiders.com for everything Raiders. And yeah, man, as we always say, man, you already know what it is. Raiders!